What is up, guys? Chase Oliver 68 here. Now, if you guys do not know the date, it is 9/11/2011. 10 years after the events that have happened at 9/11/2001. Um, Boy, if you ever thought I would tell, I never thought that I would remember 10 years. I didn't think 10 years would go by like that. But I remember the day of 9/11 like it was yesterday. Terrible day for us as Americans. This shirt I always wear it on 9/11 just to show my support to the USA and how much I love America. You know, we can bash America all we want. We can say our economy's bad, which it is. You know, we can always trash America, but when it comes down to it, I'm always proud to be an American no matter what. Call me a redneck, call me a hick, call me whatever, guys, but this is truly how I feel. You know, I just love being American. I always rep this shirt on 9/11. Just shows it shows, I love America this much, and what happened on this day was just, God, it was terrible. And I kind of wanted you to, get an insight of 10 years ago what happened and how it changed my life. I did not have any family members, thank God, thankfully, that died on this day. I am sorry for all you guys. If you guys do have family members, that are watching me, I am sorry for your losses. Um, it's just terrible, and I really do not know how I would be able to take it if that was my son, daughter, mom slash dad, uncle, aunt, whatever, grandpa, grandma that died on that day. I would not know how to take it, and basically that's about it. But basically this is just going to be me talking about remembering 9/11, and you guys are wondering, Chase, are you going to do a no surrender review? Chase, are you going to talk about the football games tonight? I will be doing a no surrender review, and I'll be talking about the football games and NFL predictions whenever I get to do them. So anyways, this is me remembering 9/11. 9/11/2001. Woke up in the morning around 6 a.m. Um, just living my day out normally. Was packing up my lunch, getting my PB&J ready, getting my Pringles chips ready. I was just getting all this junk food ready just to share with my friends at lunchtime during school. Had my Pokemon lunchbox, and I threw it in there. And 7 o'clock rolled around. This is normally where my mom takes me to school in the third grade, but my mom told me that we can't go to school, and I was very confused at what was going on at the time. I was like, Mom, why can't I go to school? And she just basically told me, there's no school for you today. You're staying home today. And I was just confused, and my mom was crying because she was worried about my dad. My dad didn't live in New York, but what happened was, since the attack on New York happened, and New York is one of the biggest places in the United States. It's not a huge state, but a lot of people are there. She thought an attack might have happened in L.A., and my dad at the time worked as a air conditioner fixer, like basically like a custodian, I want to say. I don't know what he did. He like basically went around L.A. and fixed air conditions with his boss Dave, and she was worried that they were going to attack L.A., and basically my dad had to come home from work too. He had to drive from all the way from L.A. to Thousand Oaks, where I used to live, and he said it was like one of the most scariest drives of his life, hearing on the radio what he was talking about. And this is me at the time, oblivious, being a third grader, and your mom tells you, hey, you don't have to go to school. You just started up school again. It's September 11th, and you're just like, cool, I get like another summer day basically. So I just did not know what was going on. I was playing Hey You, Pikachu, and all this stuff, and then my grandpa told me, turn off your video game and come watch the news with me. And I didn't want to at first, but my grandpa did. I miss that man so much. He was a big inspiration in my life. He sat me down and told me to watch the news, and watching the news, and this is big letters coming through my head. I did not understand. I'm a third grader, and then I just saw the Burnings building and that image that they were showing. I just did not know what was going on, and I was like, Grandpa, what's going on? He told me the whole story, and I was scared. I was literally scared. I did not know what was going on, and apparently none of my other friends went to school either. Most of my friends didn't go to school, and they actually canceled school because a lot of parents told the kids, hey, you're not going to school today, you're staying home, we don't want you going out. And basically that's what happened. And I remember just learning about this and being scared. I didn't know what was going to go on. I didn't know if this would continue. And I just clearly remembered that day, just sitting in bed, looking up on my ceiling and wondering what's going to happen next. What's going on? I really couldn't sleep. I was a little kid, I had school the next day. And I couldn't sleep. I was scared. I was crying. I had nightmares. And I know it just scared me what was going on. I bet you it scared many other people at a young age, but I really was scared. And then just remembering the news, it was just in my mind seeing those towers burning. And I had a dream, and I was scared out of my mind. I didn't know what was going on as a little kid. I had a dream, and I just couldn't, I just can't explain it. It was just too scary in my mind. So this day, it has impacted many people's lives for the worse in America for sure. And I just want you all to know that, you know, what do you guys remember of 9/11? Where were you when 9/11 happened? Even if you guys are in the UK and you guys heard about it from in the UK, tell me what happened, because 9/11, was a day that I believe changed a lot of people's perspective of what was going on in the world. And we always get these conspiracy theories. We always get these claims that the president planned it. How did these terrorists go through? We always get this, but all I remember is just, when I think about 9/11 is the tragedy that had happened. And 10 years later, if I thought I would ever be making a video on this, talking about my experiences in the 9/11 and talking about how much, how scared I am as a little boy, I probably would say this was bullshit. I would never expect me to be saying God 10 years after 9/11. Basically, that's about it for this video, guys. Just me remembering 9/11, the day I was a part of. There's rumors out there shit's gonna go down, and I hope everyone stays safe. I pray to God, whether you don't believe in God, I just pray everyone stays safe. I don't want anything bad to happen. I just heard rumors. Hopefully none of them are true, but we will have to wait and see. So basically, this is me remembering 9/11. Chase Oliver 68, guys. First time watching my video, subscribe up above. You guys want to follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/chaseoliver68. Add me on Skype, chaseoliver68. And sorry guys if this video kind of, I was in a monotone type of voice. I just thinking about the days and the day that I lived and how much it changed my perspective of life and how I look at things. I really cannot be happy-go-lucky Chase here. You can tell by my face it's just not me. I just can't really make this situation as a happy situation. It has to be explained the way I did. So thank you all for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoy your day. Sunday night football on tonight. TNA No Surrender. Football's back, baby. Can't get better than this. Let's go, guys. Thank you all for watching.